Hey, Munchie Mafia. So today we're going to learn about how to tend to mushrooms. So let's get to it. Okay, so what we have is 3/4 of a pound of cremini mushrooms. Now, depending on how dirty or how clean your mushrooms are, you still want to clean them, but you don't necessarily want to put water on them because they act like sponges. And next thing you know, you get mushy mushrooms. That sounds kind of funny. Anyway, so the way that I do it is I will actually pull the stems out. We've already de-stemmed a bunch of them, and just set those aside. I like to use these in stocks, so what I'll do is I'll put them into a Ziploc bag for a rainy day. And today's not a rainy day; it's a sunny day. All right. So now that you've got that going, what you're going to do is you're going to get a lint-free, clean cloth, and you're going to wipe your mushroom clean of any kind of dirt and debris because these things grow in poop. Um, but for the most part, the poop is sterile. I don't know if you know that, but um, anyhow, give them a good wipe. Change out to a different part of the towel. Give it a good wipe. Give it another good wipe. Now, the other thing that I like to do is I like to save out the skins of the mushrooms. What? They have skins? Well, kind of, sort of. So what I'll do is I'll take the mushroom and I'll pop right there, right around where the stem was, and I'll just peel it back. You could also use a knife on this, but you know, really now you don't have to use a knife. You just pluck it. Now you got a nice, pretty stark white colored mushroom. And you just go on to the next one. And again, what I do is I save the scrap for stocks. I'll do like a really nice beef stock or chicken stock or ham stock. Mushrooms don't work very well in seafood stocks, so I don't recommend it. Um, and it just adds that umami flavor to the stock itself. So we will do a stock sometime. I'll do a beef one and then also a chicken one so you guys can see how to go about doing that. But these will all go into a Ziploc bag and right into the freezer to be forgotten about until I go to make soup or gravy or whatever I'm gonna do. So just peel, peel, peel. I mean, it's okay if you leave a little bit. It's not a big deal. But this way, you know for certain that your mushrooms are clean. Number two, you get that beautiful white color that you may or may not be looking for in your dish. It also keeps your, especially if you're doing white sauces with mushroom, it keeps your sauces nice and clean looking instead of having that brownish, dirty dishwater color. All right, and now next, what we're going to do is we're going to take a knife. That one needs some TLC, so we're going to actually this one I should probably just retire the decor. So now we're going to just slice them using the rocker method with the knife blade. You never want to just go bang, bang, bang. One, it makes too much noise. Two, it isn't good for your blades. It's also not good for your cutting boards. And you run the risk of possibly cutting your finger off. Anytime your blade comes up off the board, there's too many moving parts. And also, this is the more ergonomic way of doing it because this way, you know, you let your shoulder do a majority of the work, and not so much your hand and your elbow. You just lean into it and just go for it. These are going to be very pretty. And you can also control the thickness of your mushrooms better this way when you're using that method, because when you do this, it's like it makes a lot of noise, and you may not always get. See what I mean? I've almost ticked my knuckle. Makes too much noise. Bad for your knife, and it's very cowboy-like, as they call it. All right, so there we have our sliced mushrooms. But as you can see, when you're doing the banger method, it's like they're all sorts of different thicknesses. You want your food to cook consistently, and you can't cook it consistently if you got a limpy one and here's the thicker one. This one's going to burn before this one gets fully cooked. So that concludes that. Have a great night, Munchie Mafia, and don't forget, cook with love, eat with passion.